Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into something incredibly fascinating: Cristiano Ronaldo's highly calculated strategy for the 2026 World Cup. This isn't just a story about a famous player heading into yet another tournament. No, this is about a complete tactical evolution. We're going to break down exactly how one of the greatest athletes in the history of the sport is completely reinventing his approach to the game.
So, think about this for a second. What if his final World Cup isn't actually about the sheer volume of goals, but instead about brilliant strategy? By the time the 2026 tournament kicks off, Ronaldo is going to be 41 years old. And let's be totally honest with ourselves here. At 41, he's probably not going to be the absolute fastest guy out there on the pitch, right? His top sprinting speed just isn't what it was a decade ago. But here is the absolute genius of what we're exploring today. While he might not be the quickest anymore, he's actively positioning himself to be the smartest player on the field.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1. The ultimate unfinished business.
To really grasp the gravity of 2026, we kind of need to take a quick step back and appreciate a career largely defined by the number 5. We're talking about 5 Ballon d'Or awards. That is a level of individual dominance and sustained success that's honestly hard to even wrap your head around. I mean, we're looking at hundreds of goals, countless league titles, Champions League trophies, and records shattered that had literally stood for generations. He's achieved almost everything a human being can possibly achieve on a football pitch.
But then, we come to the number 1. Because despite all those accolades, all the records, all the shiny trophies, exactly one dream remains unfinished: lifting that FIFA World Cup trophy. It's basically the single blank space on an otherwise completely flawless resume.
Which brings us to part 2, the evolution of a legend. And this brilliantly illustrates the shift. As Portugal gears up for 2026, Ronaldo knows for sure that his role has to change if he wants to capture that final prize. That intense focus on raw, explosive wing attacks and endless dribbling that completely defined his youth, that's gone. His modern approach is incredibly calculated. It's all about extreme energy conservation now, staying central and just waiting for that absolutely perfect moment to strike, rather than constantly chasing the ball and burning himself out.
Moving on to part 3, Portugal's new tactical blueprint.
Now, this physical evolution we just talked about, it's really only possible because of the incredible talent surrounding him in the current squad. Portugal has built one of the most dynamic arsenals in international football right now. We're talking world-class creative midfielders, super technical wingers, and versatile defenders running the engine of the team. This means Ronaldo no longer has to drop deep and carry the entire attack on his own shoulders. The team can actually do the heavy lifting for him.
So this all builds into a highly functional 3-step system out on the pitch. Step 1, his younger, energetic teammates build the attack up through the midfield and the wings. Step 2, Ronaldo stays firmly planted in that central position to occupy the defenders and create crucial space. And Step 3, a single, efficient strike. Walking through this exact system, you can see how it maximizes his world-class finishing ability while drastically cutting down on the grueling physical demands placed on him.
All right, let's look at part 4, the veteran mental advantage.
So, while his physical role has definitely adapted to his age, his psychology and that legendary competitive drive, still absolutely elite. We are talking about strict discipline, elite preparation, and unmatched leadership in the dressing room. Young players can often crumble under the suffocating pressure of a World Cup. It's a lot to handle. But Ronaldo, he's experienced literally every single high-stakes situation football has to offer. His vast experience and vocal leadership provide this invaluable anchor for the younger guys on the squad.
Which naturally leads us to part 5, high-pressure match scenarios.
To really picture how this plays out in real time, imagine Portugal facing a top-tier team deep in the knockout rounds. It's a tense, highly tactical, completely exhausting game. And the game is level right into the 80th minute. The crowd is roaring, the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife, and neither team has managed to find that decisive breakthrough. Every single pass feels like it carries the weight of the entire tournament.
The clock is ticking down. You can start to see the heavy legs on the opposition, right? The defenders are tiring out from chasing Portugal's young wingers around all game long. And right in the middle of all that exhaustion, there's Ronaldo. Because he's been meticulously conserving his energy, his brilliant central positioning suddenly turns into this lethal, immediate threat against a really fatigued backline.
So the crucial point here is that he doesn't need 10 chances. Against tired legs in the dying moments of a knockout match, he literally only needs one moment. A single accurate cross, one perfectly timed header, and the game is over. Just like that. That is the sheer efficiency of this whole strategy.
Bringing us to our final section, part 6,
Can Portugal win it all?
So, if they execute this tactical shift perfectly, does it actually end with them lifting the trophy? Well, as we know, the winning formula requires a lot more than just one brilliant player or a clever tactic. It takes immense chemistry, elite fitness to survive a grueling month-long tournament, serious squad depth, and honestly, a little bit of luck. Portugal unquestionably has the pieces and the strategy in place, but the true test is going to be executing all of this under intense pressure.
It really all comes down to this idea. Sometimes football isn't won by the fastest player. It's won by the player who understands the game better than everyone else. Ronaldo's final World Cup might not be remembered for endless dribbling or sprinting down the wings. Instead, it could be remembered as a triumph of pure football intelligence, unmatched leadership, and absolutely perfect timing.
Which leaves us with a final burning question for you. Will Ronaldo finally win the World Cup in 2026? If this tactical evolution actually pays off, we might just witness history being made. So, what do you think? Yes or no? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions, and I'll see you all next time.